Looks nearly unstoppable. Can Haro be the man to do it? 12 championship rounds live here on DAZN.
And you can see right away the physiques of these two guys. Pretty significant difference. Haro came in well under the 105-pound limit. Oscar Collazo, a pretty big 105-pounder, so a size advantage early for Oscar Collazo.
Big and muscular. He has a muscular frame, this Collazo. More of a puncher than a boxer. But that's what you expect with Puerto Rican champions. You know, they're just born punchers.
Haro said, listen, I saw he got hurt to the body in his last fight. I think he's struggling to make weight as he gets older. That's affecting his body. I'm going to take advantage of that.
It's funny, to contrast that, Collazo told us it's the easiest he's made 105 pounds.
Well, his body looks good. Muscular. He doesn't look flat. He doesn't look soft. You know, anytime a fighter struggles making weight, anytime he rehydrates, the muscle definition is not there. A lot of pressure being applied by Collazo, putting off the ring, making it smaller and smaller.
And that's the fight Haro expected. Like, this is how he fights. Back against the ropes, moving around the ring, trying to slip in shots, combinations here and there. He's not going to come out looking to knock out Oscar Collazo. He's going to look out boxing.
Straight boxer, not a puncher.
Just looking at his frame, I don't think he has the muscles to knock out Collazo.
He's a cutie, he's a spoiler, and he has a lot of amateur experience. So this is the type of fight he's gonna want to. Well, this is the type of boxing fight that he's gonna want to try to implement tonight as Haro. And of course, Collazo wants to get on the inside and make it the opposite, make it rough, make it a fight, punch for punch with a better technique.
This is the difference. Sorry, Sergeant. This is the difference between guys that have had very different backings early in their career. Oscar Collazo is co-promoted by both Miguel Cotto and Oscar De La Hoya. So he has some real heavyweight muscle behind him in the promotional department. Haro was out there trying to prove himself that he belongs to be in a big-time promotional stable.
Collazo vowed to knock Haro out, said, listen, in these weight classes, us small guys, it's hard for us to get attention. We've got to be even better than the bigger fighters. And that's what I've got to do tonight. Finish this guy and look spectacular.
Well, it's going to be difficult to do because the thing about Haro, he doesn't engage. Even though he has 3 losses to 3 southpaws, he's never been stopped. You know, so he's a cutie. He's going to want to just move around the ring, not let Collazo plant those feet. This is how this fight's going to go. You know, he's going to be on the back foot boxing, trying to counter, but not really trying to hurt Collazo. He's going to try to outbox him. So Collazo's an excellent boxer as well.
10 seconds.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
Time.
Collazo wasted no time getting his professional career underway. He turned pro at the age of 23 and fought a 12-rounder. In just his 5th fight, he became a world champion in his 7th fight, joining fighters such as Vasily Lomachenko, Kosai Tanaka, Naoya Inoue, and Jeff Finnick to win world titles in under 10 pro fights. I know you're a big Jeff Finnick fan.
Love me some Jeff Finnick. Shout out to Jeff Finnick in Australia. You forgot about Leon Space with 8 fights.
Shout out to Ben Damon in Australia, the great announcer there.
Yeah, one of the advantages of fighting in these lower weight classes is with the lack of depth of talent down there, you get opportunities to fight for world titles early in your career, especially if you've got a major promoter behind you that is bankrolling them.
Well, so far far, believe it or not, I see why Haro was so confident. He's a good boxer. He has good instinct. You know, he doesn't engage much, but he has good instinct. And you can see that Collazo is going to have difficulty hitting him with a solid shot, a hard shot. He's very rubbery.
Well, it looks like he can break him in half if he does land a hard shot.
Yeah, if he does. But here's the thing, he's very rubbery. It's like trying to hit a rubber band, you know?
Hit Gumby?
Something like that. Hit Mannix. Mannix looks like Gumby without a shirt.
And we also learned this week that Chris Mannix will change his baby's diaper if it's urine only. Anything else, he will not change the diaper.
Check it out now.
Father of the year, by the way. Collazo chasing Haro around the ring, trying to land one of those big power punches.
Well, I don't think it's chasing. I think, you know, Collazo's being patient. He wants to land the right shot. You know, he likes to turn them knuckles, you know, behind every punch. Every punch is hard when you're dealing with punches like Collazo.
His defense is really sharp as well. You saw there several misses on the part of Haro, and a lot of these shots that he's throwing are getting gobbled up into the gloves of Collazo as well.
Haro's a smart fighter, man. I like the little pivots that he does when he angles out of the corner. You know, that's very important whenever you step out. See right there, stepping back just slightly to make Collazo miss that right hook, which is his best punch.
Jesus told us yesterday he's going to try to back Collazo up a little bit. Nice body shot there for Graham. Collazo said, I'd love to see him try that. I'd love to see him back me up.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for that bell.
There's a nice counter right from Haro.
Straight that 10 by Collazo as well.
Time.
Sergio, we going to see you there in Egypt?
I would love to be in Egypt. I'm a big history buff, man. Got Todd Grisham.
What's your fun fact about Egypt, then?
That aliens built.
It's like you're setting him up to say something dumb. It's like
Speaking of dumb, let's look at your scorecard now, Chris.
I've got 2 rounds to none in favor of Oscar Collazo. Some good movement on the part of Haro, and he has landed a couple of shots, but just the accuracy of Collazo, the defense of Collazo, that's made a big difference in this fight so far. 2 rounds to none in favor of Oscar Collazo.
You're going to have to start jabbing at the body of Haro. You know, whenever you're dealing with movers like this, you gotta start touching the chest and the body. They're hard to hit with a clean shot. I made a career fighting similar to Haro, you know, being hard to hit, hard to pin down, always moving, using the entire ring. The thing that got me is when someone really figured out that it was the body, straight shots to the body. That's how you stop me from moving. That's how you stop a fighter like Haro from using the entire ring. And they're straight shots to the body. Just like that jab that Collazo landed upstairs, dig that same body shot into the chest as well.
So you want to see both men going downstairs more?
I always like seeing fighters go downstairs, but you know, whenever you're dealing with a mover, you gotta get him to stand still. And shots like that, just like Collazo landed right now, that's how you get him to stop moving and fighting.
Well, Collazo touched him a little bit more this round. 2 body shots. Haro's punches just don't have the same weight.
Yeah, and you can see Haro's not liking those shots downstairs.
Collazo's aim is to get situations like this to develop, where Haro is standing and fighting, because he knows he can win those exchanges.
Yeah, it looks like Haro's just touching him for points, where Collazo's trying to earn it.
Good body shot.
Here it is. But Haro's standing in the line of fire more this round for sure.
That's what I want to see right there. The straight left hand by Collazo, because that's going to set up his favorite punch, which is that right hook. But right now, you got to slow down a fighter like Haro. You do it with jabs and straight left hands. You pick and poke at guys like Haro, just like that. You're not going to hit
seconds.
So you just got to start breaking them down with single shots.
Listen for that bell, John. Listen. Why do you think Haro's become more stationary? Is it the body shots?
Yeah, it has to be the body shots and the pressure.
5.
You can't forget about the jab. Breathe deep. I need you to jab up and down. How do you feel? Are you comfortable? I need you to keep pressure up. I need more speed. Nice body shot right there. A little lower. It would have more effect on Haro, but I like the pressure being applied, and I like those body shots, both sides, hitting both sides of the ribs. And that's what the corner wants. And body shots and uppercuts from Oscar Collazo. Number 4.
All right, let's see if Collazo can continue to slowly dominate a little bit more each round. The third was by far his best round of the fight, as Haro is slowing down a little bit. Haro was big on saying this is a Mexico-Puerto Rico rivalry. Says even though I was born in the USA, I'm an Aztec warrior. That blood runs through my veins. Is that how you felt, Sergio? Even though you were born in America, you felt that Aztec warrior spirit?
Absolutely, because you get raised like that. You know, you get raised to be proud of your roots and understanding where your lineage and your blood come from.
I love that right hook from Collazo. He's been looking for that the last few rounds, where he's throwing it where he believes that Haro is going to be. He's anticipating the movement from Haro and throwing the right hook in that direction.
And that's what smart punchers do. You know, they don't punch at the head. They punch at where your head's going to be. It's a clever thing to do, and you have to have a lot of confidence punching like that.
When you think about the depth of the resume of both these guys, Haro has never fought really anywhere close at championship level. I mean, Collazo, as we mentioned, a few title defenses now. He's got that win over Melvin Jerusalem, knocked off Tamanun Armstrong, who was the longest reigning world champion at that time. So he has fought high-level guys so far in his career.
Good body shot there by Haro.
Yeah. But he's really not sitting down on those punches like Collazo is. There's a good left.
No, he's not, because he's already thinking about moving back. You know, that's the thing about, you know, strict boxers like Haro. You know, they don't really sit down on their power, because they don't really have much power. So they just try to land and move as fast as possible and not get hit back.
Yeah, I just can't get over how much bigger Collazo looks than Jesus Haro.
And there's that right hook getting closer and closer to landing by Collazo.
Oh, nice. Right to the body on the rib cage.
Yep.
And you can see Haro now tucking those elbows in.
And that's what I was talking about. That's how you slow down movers. You got to dig downstairs. You got to get them to stand still. And I think Collazo's finally figuring that out. Landing both shots, both sides of the body.
And this is what Collazo can set on his punches when he's got it back to the corner.
Good body shots again. See that? I like the mix-up that Collazo's doing. Body, uppercuts, and back down to the body. It's hard to avoid all those shots. Clever combination puncher is the
10 seconds.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Garza Jr. coming off the first professional defeat of his career against Teofimo Lopez. And Chris, he was very... You usually change your mind right before the fight starts. What are you thinking right now?
I'm going to hold firm on that. I think both of them are hungry for this fight, and stylistically, it has draw written all over it.
Yeah.
Very competitive fight between two boxers. It's going to look like a fencing match of jabs.
Chris, how do you have this one?
Yeah, I've got it 4 rounds to none in favor of Oscar Collazo. The last 2 rounds more definitive than the first 2. He's really started to sit down his punches, start to get on the inside, really work the body of Jesus Haro. Jesus Haro's game is trying to throw back, but there's not a lot of pop behind those punches. So 4 rounds to none in favor of Oscar Collazo.
And that's the reason Haro is moving so much, because he doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that pop. So the only way he can win is by frustrating opponents, making them miss.
Let it go, guys. It's somewhat similar to what we see in Pam Rodriguez fights, where his opponents kind of hang with him early, have some decent moments, but he just slowly grinds them down and finishes them. In fact, Collazo has gone on record saying, man, I want to go up and fight Pam Rodriguez. I don't think anyone really thinks that's going to happen. Chris, is that kind of a fantasy of his?
It's a fantasy now.
Yeah.
Champion at 105, but he has plans to go up to 108 in the very near future. So we'll see. 2, 3, 4 years down the line, if they're both still in the game, it's certainly a fight that could happen. But here you see the power shots heavily in favor of Oscar Collazo. You see Haro, he's trying. But part of the success of Collazo has been this defensive discipline that we've seen from him. The shots that Haro's getting off, he's not landing them as often as Collazo is.
Collazo's finally hurting and breaking down Haro to the body. He's forgetting about the head, and that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, when you're dealing with cagey fighters like this that move a lot, you have to go downstairs. You're going to keep missing upstairs. You're going to keep getting frustrated, chasing and following him around. But if you dig downstairs, you're going to take the legs, you're going to take the conditioning, and you're going to start getting the fighter to stand still, and that's going to set up the upper body shots.
Yeah, and there's 2, 3 shots to the jaw as Haro is trying to cover his body up.
Good right hand there from Collazo.
Yeah. Sergio, he's starting to melt away, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a body shot too. They make cowards of us all.
And another one right there. Picture perfect shot for Collazo, who's almost exclusively targeting the body. Which means a heavy shot to the chin is on its way.
Or an uppercut.
Yeah.
You can see the fatigue just draining Haro right now. I miss those body shots, man. I would love to see Collazo just continue to focus downstairs.
10 seconds.
That's going to force Haro to fight. That's going to force him to punch back, and that's going to make him a stationary target.
Counter left for Collazo, and he's really stepping on the gas.
Time. Oh, shoot.
I got cut and I squeaked out a split decision, but that just goes to show you that one blemish could definitely derail a career.
Good body shot there from Collazo.
Especially that early, losing a pro debut.
Can you remember in that fight when you got dropped in the first round, did you think, why did I turn pro? What am I doing in here? Or were you thinking, I'm going to come back and win this damn fight?
Well, I thought the latter, but I also was embarrassed. You know, I was coming out of the Olympic trials and I got dropped by a fighter that was 1-1-1 with no power. So it made me respect the professional game.
It's been so far easy work for Oscar Collazo, and it's getting easier and easier as Haro's body seems to be breaking down.
And it's breaking down because Collazo's breaking him downstairs. You can see how he's trying to cover them ribs down.
Yeah.
He's dipping down. He doesn't want to get into the body anymore.
And the pressure that Collazo's putting on is relentless. He's not giving Haro a minute to fight without him in his face.
If Collazo continues this attack to the body, this fight's not going to go the distance.
El Pupillo landed some heavy shots downstairs, and the less Haro moves, the more punishment he's going to have to take.
10 seconds.
When he goes to the corner, the guy's going to say again, hey, that was wrong, guys. Now you have 6 rounds left.
Time. Nope, he lost.